This puzzle's called X Door Neighbor by Kuraban. I got it from Logic Masters Germany. Um, so I just did Kuraban's 6x6 X Door Neighbor puzzle, and so it was likely a lot easier than this is gonna be. And I'll have a link. Well, yeah, I'll have a link to it down below if you want to see that. And get used to the rule set. But this is a full 9x9 according to LMD Logic Masters Germany. Um, It is a 3 out of 5, but it also has a 90. What does it have? Where did it go? I don't know. I think I don't see the window anymore. But I think it had a 96 or 94% rating, which is really high. So this should be in for a treat. Same as the 6x6, which I enjoyed as well. Um, so the way this works, if you're familiar with X sums, so let's just go over X sums first. So the way that X sums work is that this clue outside the grid gives the value of the X sum in this column. Um, so this is the sum of the first x digits of the grid, where x is the first digit of the grid. So if we said this was a 4, then the first 4 digits of the grid would add up to 13. If this was a 2, then the first 2 digits of the grid would have to add up to 13. Um, and that's normal x sums. Now this is X door neighbor. Um, so instead of the x being in the cell with it, or like in the column with the clue, or in the row with the clue, um, it's going to be next door to it. So there, let's say this is 3 digits long, so one of these will be a 3. So this could be a 3, and then um, this would indicate that this is 3 long, or this could be a 3. I guess that would also work. Or if we decided this was 4 long, then we wouldn't, something like that. But if this was a 3 and a 4, we wouldn't know if it's a 3 because of this or a 4 because of this. Just for some examples. Um, in the corner here, there's only one option, so this must be the one that gives the clue. And same with this. I think those are the only 2 corner clues that I see. But yeah, so this is theoretically about a 3 out of 5 difficulty. I'll put a link to the puzzle down below, and as I said, a link to the easier version, the 6x6, down below as well. Um, let's give it a try. I think that's everything I need to say. So the first thing I see is this 45 clue. 45 is the sum of the full column. If you add all the digits 1 to 9, you get 45, and since a column and a row and a 3x3 box includes all of the digits 1 to 9, uh, that means that that means it adds up to 45. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Right in the middle of that explanation, I lost my train of thought. So we don't really know anything about the layout or the distribution of the digits in this column, but we do know that one of these is a 9. And perhaps more importantly, this 2. The only way to make a 2 that I can think of is just putting a 2 there and then having a 1 next to it. So this 2 is the 2 there, and the 1 is going to go with it. We don't know which, though. And this 9, this 2 took the place of the 9, so we have a 9 here, which is going to go with this guy. Let's make that blue, I guess. And then one of these is a green. Okay. So this 2 could also act like it's the summed up area for this clue, but it could also act as the X for this clue, although not with the 1. But that would just mean 2 digits add up to 13, which isn't all that hard, even with a 9 looking in. So I don't think that's quite where to look. But we could have up to 4, so this could be a 3 or a 4 and give it longer. 6 is pretty restricted. Oh, and actually, okay, so maybe this is a good place to look because these have clues on both sides of the grid. So 6 could be in 1, 2, or 3 length. Let's do like this. It could be 1, 2, or 3. We could have a 6. We could have a pair that adds up to 6, like 2, 4. Or we could have 3 digits that add up to 6, 1, 2, 3. So one of these digits is 1, 2, or 3. That's not super helpful. But let's look at the opposite side. So we have a 21, which must be at least 3 digits. So at least these 3 are going to be looking over. and a maximum of 6. Although we can't actually do the full 6. Actually, and let's make this a different color. We can't actually do the full 6. If we tried to do the full 6, then these digits would be 7, 8, 9, and there would be no way to make a 6 out of that. So this can't be a full thing. So this is at most 5. So this is 3 to 5. Um, but the important thing about having these clues on the opposite sides looking at each other is that we know how much the full row is going to be, and that's 45. And we know two of the sections. We know there's a 6 on the left, and we know there's some amount of digits on the right, summing up to 21. So that means there needs to be some amount of digits in the middle. So 6 plus 21 is 27. So there's, wait, 6 plus, yeah, so there's 18, which is at least 3 digits. We know there are at least 3 digits in the middle here that are uncolored, that are unfilled. And actually, I'm going to uncolor this because since this is the full column, I don't think it's helpful. Maybe not this one right now for either. So we know there's at least 3 unshaded cells in the middle here. And this one's obviously included, but it could be 6 and then these 3 unshaded, and then we could have a 5, or we could still, yeah, we could have a 5 here, or we could have a 4. There's actually a decent number of options, even once we know. We don't know exactly about this. 18 could be 5 cells, although that would be difficult. Maybe not. This would be a 6. This would be like, I don't know, 5, 7, 9, for example, and then this would be everything else, and that, I think that would work. Okay, here's something. So if we look at 9s, 9s must be down here because we, oh no, could we make this a 9? That's a question. If this was a 9, that would mean that they're not green. Whoops, they're not green. Then these two would, this would be a 6. Then these would have to sum to 9. Or more digit, I guess up to here would have to sum to 9. I think that actually works. So maybe I'm wrong on that. I was going to say that this couldn't be a 9, so therefore 9's down here, therefore 9's up here. But I don't think that's quite the case necessarily. Okay, let's look at column 1. Because column 1 has the opposite side clues as well. So there's some amount on the top. So let's say this is blue. It must be at least 2. These colors are going to get a little wild, I think. This could be blue. It could be at least, or at most 4. 22 could be at most 6. What's the difference between, so 45 minus 22 is, 45 minus 22 is 23, minus 12 is 11. So, there's going to be 11 empty, a sum of 11 that's empty. So what could we do here? If this, could these two be the empty cells? These two are the empty cells. These both, we could even have 3 empty cells, I suppose. Well, if it's like this is 22, then this would add up to 23. Okay, well, what about this? Maybe we need to skip somewhere else, and we'll just table that logic for the second. Let's look at this 9 clue. I should have noticed this earlier with the 1s, 2s, and so yeah, we already have a 1 and 2 in row 1. Therefore, the neighbor clue for this is at most, sorry, is at least 3. And it's also at most 3, because we can't add up 4 digits and have them be 9, because the minimum we could put into 4 digits is 1, 2, 3, 4, which adds to 10. So this is 3. One of these is a 3, which means these 3 are the cells. Let's make this green. These 3 are the cells, and it doesn't have a 3 in it. Therefore, it must be 1, 2, 6. We already have the 1 and 2, so this is a 6. This is a 1, 2. Okay, there we go. We got another digit. That's nice. Oh, and that's going to help with this column. That's going to help with this column. I don't think there's any more logic right at the moment that we can eke out of this. So over here, this 12, we said, I think I said earlier, the most that 12 could be is a sum of 4 digits. Well, if we look at the row, that'll put, whatever this digit is, will be the length of this. So this is at most 4, but could at least be 2. Theoretically, we could have like 4 and 8. But if we look at the column, or if we look at the row again, we've already used 1, 2, and 3. So this must be a 4, which means this must be blue like this. And there are a couple ways, there are literally 2 ways of making 12 and 4 digits. Let me look at the options. And then open OBS, open up Notepad. Oh, that was an idea for a puzzle that I had. But let's ignore that for the moment. So these are the 2 options for a 12 and 4 digits. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the only options, but we've already used 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the row. So this is a 5 or a 6. We need a 1 or a 2, so one of these is a 1 or a 2. Sorry, well, one of them is a 1, one of them is a 2. And then one of them is a 3, and one of them is a 4. If it's a 4, this rules that out from there. So this can't be just a 6 any longer. So this digit must be in. So if this was a, I'm trying to think, could this be a 3? If this is a 3, that makes this 1, 2, and then this 1, 2, 3. That looks like it works. That looks like it works. How about this? Is it possible that this is the clue for this? I don't think so. The options for this we said were 1, 2, or 3. Oh, that actually gives us a big hint here. That's a better way of looking. Oh no, it doesn't. This doesn't help. Never mind. Sorry. This is a guess. If this was the indicator for green, it would be like this. Now we already have 1 and 2 in this section. We already have 1 and 2 guaranteed, which forces this to be a 3, which is going to make this a 4. But the only way to make 6 and 3 digits is 1, 2, 3. We've already put a 4 in there, so that's not possible. So this is not the indicator. This is the indicator. So this is not a 1, because we can't put a 6 here. So this is a 2 or a 3. If it's a 3, this is 1, 2, or 3. If it's a 2, this is a 2, 4, or 5. Or I guess a 2 or 5 because of this. So this is 2, 5, or 1, 2, or 3. I guess there's a few options there. But we are getting a few of these done. Okay, so this 22 clue is actually super limited now. Let's get another color. Let's go light pink. Now, typically, or theoretically, you could do pink, or you could do 22 in 3 digits. With like, well, there's a couple problems with this. To do 22 or more in 3 digits, you need a 9, and we can't have a 9. But also we have a 2 or 3 in there, so this was at most, even without this 9, this was at most 17, which would at most be 20. So we need to have at least 4 here. But these indicators mean that the length is at most 4. So this must be a 4, and this must be the indicator for this, which means this must be the 2, because it's the indicator for this. This must be a 1, this must be a 5. And now we don't need this anymore, at least for the moment. Although I suspect I'll be pulling that back up for some of these other sections. So this is a 2, this is like this is not shaded, these are not shaded either. Okay, so this has to add up to 20 in 3 cells. That's not too difficult, especially when we can put a 9 right there. If we couldn't put a 9, it would be 5, 7, 8. Because of this 5, it puts the 5 over here, but that's not a huge problem. We know 2 and 4 are both down here. That's going to cause problems with this 21 clue. But let me think about the logic up at the top half of the grid for a second first. See if I can come up with anything else. Like, is this dark pink constrained? Okay, so we know there's 21 plus 6 means there's at least 3 unshaded cells, right? Is that what we said? 21 plus 6 is 27, which means we have 18 left over. 18 needs at least 3 cells because 9 plus 9, it would be, or 9 plus 8 is 17. So, yeah, so we need at least 3 empty cells, so this can't be filled. Or this can't be light pink. But we could do 18 in 4 cells and do 21 in 3. Oh, now that 9 logic comes in that I said at the beginning that when it was wrong, because at that point this could have been a 9, but once we put a 2 there, 9 is forced down here, which is going to force a 9 up here. Again, that's not super helpful. Oh, we have 1 2's looking over here. So this is 2 1. Nothing else looking. We just have 1's 2's looking over, so that's not helpful. And we already put 1 and 2 in this row up here in this box, so that's not great. There might be a limited number, but I really don't think there are a limited number of options for this. I think this 21 clue is where to look. I'm kind of seeing, I think, how kuraban constructed this. They started with the 2, which forces the 1, which pushes the 9 over here, and then the 9 over here is constrained, so they put that clue in, and then the 12 is forced, and that forces the 2, 4 down here, and I think this was the next clue that they added. Oh, although, we could look at this 22 clue. This clue is presumably constrained as well, but let's look at this clue. 21, so we're going to need, we have 6. So we need at least 15 more, so we need at least 4 here. Well, let's do light green. We need at least 4 here. Is there a reason we couldn't do 5? If this was 4, this would be 2, 4, 7, 8, because we can't use a 9. Two, 4, 7, 8. But actually, I think we could take another cell. So this is 4 or 5. Could it be 6? Theoretically, it could be 6. If this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that would work. And this would be 7, 8, which would make this harder to fill. But I think if this is a 6, that kind of removes a lot of these problems. Okay, so maybe this wasn't the next place. Maybe we do need to look at this spot first. So 22 plus 12 is 34, which means we need at least 2 spots unshaded. Which means we're going to need, yeah, these 2 spots are unshaded, therefore this is, let's go with dark pink. It must be like this, right? Because we have 12, 22 is at least 3 digits. So we can't go any smaller, but we need 2 empty cells for the 11 that has to be unshaded. The 11 kind of buffer between the 2 sections. So it must be like this, and there's going to be a 3 here then. Puts a 3 over there and a 3 down here. So that's an 11. We just said this was an 11 buffer. So that's 3, 8. So this must be the 9. Um, what's this is 967. Oh, and this is the dark pink. This 3 can't be this 3. It can't also work for this because this is, um, if we tried to make this only 3 long, this would be, I don't know, 248 would be the maximum, which would only be 14. So it's at least to here. Yeah, so this is a 4, 5, or 6 to take care of this, and this must be the light green. Um, 3's put a 3 here. If this is a 3, this is an 8, this is a 9. I think that works because this just needs to add to 20. So unfortunately, 3 is still an option. Maybe I was totally wrong. Or I guess I think there must be some logic here. I think there must be some logic here. Trying to think of anything, like if we could force, if 1 is on this line, then this is a 1, which is fine. If 1 or 5 are on this, then this is 5 or 1. It's that digit. But 6 and 7, unfortunately. Well, I guess what are the options? What's left in this column? That's, I guess, gonna be the question. So this is 1, 5. Am I? Oh no, there's 5 digits left. That's what I was in my head. I was like, okay, it's 1, 5, 6, 7. And I was like, okay, well, where's the 8? There must be an 8 in the column if I'm saying the last digits are the other digits. So these can't be 1 and 5. This can't be an 8. These can't be 6 or 7. So this is 2, 4, 1, 5, or 8. It has a 2, 4, then it has a 1, 5, or 8. Maybe we should uncolor the ones that we finished, or else these colors are going to get a little wild. Did we ever look at this 13 clue, actually? I think I just skipped over that. Although, oh no, this could be a 2 for 13, or a 3 for 13. Right? If it's 2, then this must be a 5 or 6, and this is a 7 or an 8. And if it's 3, there are just several options. If it's 3, could this be a 1? Yeah, I think this still could be a 1 because this could be like 4, 8 or 5, 7 plus the 1. Okay. Let's do this light green. So this 27 is at least 4 cells. Let's make it dark. Let's make it light blue. At least 4 cells. 29, that means 16 unshaded in between. I don't think that's super helpful. This is also at least 4. But the thing with this one, this digit could be the X for this column as well. Could this be 5? Hmm. Oh, 32. Maybe this 32 clue is what we need to look at. So 32 is going to leave 13 unshaded. So at most, it's going to go this far. Let's do light blue. Let's unshade the stuff that we've totally finished. So these are unshaded. The stuff that I've totally finished will be unshaded. Other stuff I'll leave, so I can remember what I need to keep working on. So this is, let's see, what could the indicator be? It couldn't be a 3, and it couldn't be an 8, because this 3 wouldn't be enough, and 8 would be too many. So this is the indicator, and so the indicator can't be a 9, because that would force 45, because that would be the full row. So it's 6 or 7, which is kind of what I said. I removed one option at least. One thing I was thinking about a little bit was, could we maybe force a 3 to be the neighbor for one of these, which would force this 3 to be over here? And I'm just noticing there's a 10 clue right here that I totally missed. So one of these is a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it can't be a 1, because a 1 would put a 10 cell there. So it's 2, 3, or 4, and it can't actually be a 2. And it can't be a 3. Wait, okay, let me think about this again. Let's say this was the what color? Let's use yellow. Let's say this was the indicator. We don't know which side it's either this side or this side. Let's say this side is the indicator. So typically it'd be 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a 10 clue, but it can't be 1 or 2 because of the stuff in the row, and it can't be a 3 because we already have 3 pencil marked, because it needs to be the X for the 9 clue. So this has to be a 4. If this is the X for the 10 clue, this must be a 4, which makes this 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to cause problems. Well, one, we can't have a 2 in the row. That's probably the easiest way. Yeah, so that's, oops, this is not the indicator, this is the indicator, which makes this a 2, 3, or 4, but actually forces a 3, because, we already have a 2 and 4 in the row. So this is a 3, which means that's not in. These two have to add to 9, which, it can't be 1, 8, can't be 2, 7, can't be 3, 6, this must be 4, 5. And now this 3 is making this a 3. So that we just finished off 2 different clues there. This 9 clue is done. And this 10 clue is done. Or, I mean, we have to figure out 4, 5, but we can't do that with the clue, so we don't need the clue anymore. One of these is a 9. We have 7, 8, 9 left. This is a 1, 7, or 8 in the row. Okay. Unfortunately, this 13 clue could now be a 2 or a 3. So we don't know about that. Let's actually color this maybe like that, so we can remember that clue. Okay, so we said this is a 3 or a 4. We said this dark pink must be a 3 or a 4 because we need at least 3 digits unshaded in between the 6 and the 21. Now that we put a 3 here, we can't put another 3 next to it. So one of these is a 4, and it must be exactly 4 long. So one of these is a 4. That's not a good pencil mark. Let's do it like that, I guess. Excuse me. We know one of these is a 3. I don't know how helpful that is immediately. But this needs to add to 21. This needs to add to 18. Okay, let's open up. Let's get some combinations going again. So let's do 21 in 4. Oh, there's a lot of options, but we can rule out a lot of the options. And let's make sure we display Notepad again. Okay, there's more than just that. It's off. Yeah. We don't need this. So let's just hit enter a few times. Get all the possibilities shown up. Okay, so it must have a 3. So that's going to remove a lot of these options. Okay. So one of those 5, and it can't have a 2, so this is out. And it can't have a 4, so these two are out. And it must have a 9. So it must be 1389? Okay, I'll take it. This must be a 1 or an 8. This must be a 1, 3 or 8. No, sorry, a 1, 8 or 9. And let's type this in correctly. This can't be a 1. We don't get anything else from that, I don't think. I'm gonna leave it shaded because we don't know about where the X is, unfortunately. That leaves this as 5, 6, 7, which does 11 plus 7 is 18, which is what we expected. So that's good. Um, oh, okay. Well, here's one thing that I could have noticed earlier. This can't be 6 long. If this was 6 long, it would be 1 through 6, which would make this 7, 8, 9. But we know there's a 3 in there. Yeah, there's a couple reasons why this 6 doesn't work. So this can't be a 6. This can't be shaded. The thing I noticed was that this can't be 7, 8 because that would break these two cells, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so if this was 21 and 5, let's hide this once again. Yeah, well, what about this one? It can't be length 3 because we've already used a 3 in this column. It could be length 4, it could be length 5, could be length 6 actually. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything with that. And I'm also thinking about this. Do these 3 pencil marks affect this blue line at all? And I don't really think so. Even if we made this a 7, that would just put a 3 down here. And I don't think that's a problem. Because if this is a 7, then these two must add to 13. Um, and that's fine. Um, this one's done. Working on it. Done. Oh, have we not done this clue yet? This must be 4 length. Did I delete that by accident maybe? I'm not sure. So this is for this, or maybe we just don't have very much information, but still, why did I delete that? That's weird of me. I must have done that by accident. So this is length 4, and it can't have a 4 or a 5. A 9 is in one of these positions, I'm just noticing, based on these 9s. So these 3 need to add to 20. Let's look at the combinations for 22 and 4 digits, because this is going to be super restricted as well. And just delete some of these things so it's actually visible on our screens. Now it must have a 2. So that's going to remove a couple options here. Actually, most of the options. It can't have a 1. That doesn't matter. It can't have a 4 or a 5. So it just must be 2, 3, 8, 9. So this is the 9. That's the only spot for a 9 on the line. It needs a 3, so that must be a 3. This must be an 8. And this is just a 6, 7 pair, which actually rules 7 out of those two. Whoops. You wouldn't believe how many times I click in between these number pads. Okay. These can't be 7 then. This is 6, 7 left in the row. I guess one of these is green. I can mark it like this. So this one is done, so now we can delete it. Let's look at this puppy again. If this is 2, this is 8, 5. If this is 3, this has to be the 1. Uh, and this would have to add to 12, so this would have to be 7, 5. But does that always put a 5 here? Let's look at the options first. This is 3, 4, 5. just based on the row or the box. We also have a 1-8 pair in the column that I just noticed, but let's ignore that for the moment. If this is an 8, sorry, if this is length 2, if this is length 2, this has to add to 13. The only way to do that is 8, 5. Okay. If this is a 3, that means this is in. This needs to add to 13. If we make this an 8, that's too large because 8 plus 6 is already 14, so this is a 1. This has to add to 12. The only way to do that would be 5, 7. Whoops, I literally just said 5, 7, yeah. So no matter what, oddly, this is a 5. I don't know how helpful that is, but that's an interesting, just how that works out. Um, so we know this over here, we figured out the line, but we don't know which one is the X. How about 16? 16 could theoretically be 2, 3, 4, or 5 digits. So let's draw these in. I said 2, 3, 4, or 5, so we have a decent amount of options here. If this was a 2, we would need a 2 here, and this would be 7, 9, and it would have to be 7 over here, 9 over here. This would be a 3. I guess it can't be 3 long, because we've already pencil marked here, and there's a 3 in the column. So it's 2, 4, or 5. And actually, it can't be 4 long either, because we have a virtual pencil mark in dark pink up here. So this can't be 3, this can't be 4, so this is 2 or 5 long. If it's 5 long, it must be, I guess I can type it here. If it's 2 long, it must be 7, 9. If it's 5 long, it must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Whoops, 16. It must be one of those options. 7, so is there anything broken about either of those? 7, 9 would put a 6 here. That seems to be fine. And it'll put a 6 here, put a 3 here. 7, 9 will put 8, 9, 9. I don't see any problems with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should probably cause some problems. There will be a 7 here, which means this has to add to 13. But is that actually a problem? I guess that puts the 3 here, because the 3 couldn't be on the 13. Huh. Okay. Well, what about if there's a 5, then the 5 isn't, yeah. I was thinking that the 5 would need to be on this line, so the 5x would also be effective. That's not true. And yet, in neither case is the x actually on the clue itself, or in the sum itself. So one of these is this, but it's a 2 or a 5. I don't know how to pencil mark that. Because like this would indicate, yeah, would indicate something different. So I'll just remember that this is 2 or 5. Let's write pink 16, so I can remember that a little bit. So let's just double check the clues. We've done this one fully. We've done, yeah, it's like this. This one is almost done. I don't think there's any logic there that we can do. This one is done. This one is done. This one is done. This one, whoops, this full column is done. We need to find out which one is a 1, but once we do that, then we know, then we finish the 2 clue. This is, I think, as much logic eked out as possible. This one is done. This one is done. This one is as done as can be for the moment. This one we haven't looked at yet. Maybe that's what we need to look at. Although the fact that x's can be doubled up along here is the tricky part. And the same thing works down here. I'm sure this is intentional, that the one cell spacing, or like the one empty cell spacing, is allowing these to double up, which makes things a lot more complicated. Okay, so 21 is at least 3 cells, but it can't be 3 because we already have a 3 in the column. So it's at least 4 cells. Let's do dark green, I guess. And it could be as much as... Actually, let's use yellow. It's as much as 6, so it's 4 to 6. This could be a 4 and share the 4s, but this couldn't be a 4. This could share the 5, though. If this was a 5 and both of these were 5s, that would share the 5, okay. 21... If this was 21... If this was a 6 long, this would be 7, 8, 9. I don't see a problem with that. I guess I don't know which one of these is 8s. Or, sorry, is yellows. I don't know why I said 8. I meant yellow. I guess I don't know which one of those is 8s either, but that's totally unhelpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Means this is a 2-4 pair. This is a 7. This is not a 1. I guess these would be 5, 7. Okay, here's something. Here's something. Where does 9 go in this row? If we make this 5 long, if we do the full length, 9 can't go here, 9 can't go here, 9 can't go here, 9 can't go here because of, this is the X cell for this, for blue, for light blue. Which means 9 must be in the sum, but we've already said we know exactly what the sum is going to be. So this is not 5 cells, this is 3 cells. Sorry, 2 cells. So one of these is a 2. This is a 3, this is 7, 9. This 7 looks down, makes this a 7, this makes that a 6. This is not in. These are not 6s now. This 9 looks up and makes that like that. This can't be a 9. This is a 9. If this is the 2, that means that this must be the X for yellow. If this is the 2, then this could be the X for yellow as well. Okay. Do we see anything else? 7 must be in one of these 2 cells. What's left in this column? 4, 5, 8? Is that right? We need we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So 4, 5, 8, how does that affect anything? We know one of these is a 4. If this was a 4, it would put a 4 here, which would put a 4 here. That doesn't really matter, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see anything with that. If this is the 4, then this line would be longer, but I don't see why that matters either. I mean, obviously it matters, but I don't see any direct logic coming from it. Okay, so I don't need pink anymore. I think I've used pink as much as possible, as long as I remember the 2 over here. Oh, actually, 2s. 2s, 2 puts a 2 over here. This is a 2, 7 pair. Yeah, I don't know how helpful that is, but that is true. That is a fact. Okay. No, there's still quite a few things left here. 4, 5, or 1. What's left in this column? 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I haven't placed a 6 yet. Have I screwed up, or did I? Yeah, no, I don't think I screwed up. So this could be a 6. If this is not 6, then there is a 6 in the sum. Oh yeah, we have one of these two, and we have one of this. Over here, I mean. Wait. Now I'm confusing myself. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, there's 5 cells and 5 digits left to place. Okay. I don't know how I'm screwing myself up with that, but I am. And I should stop. So this is 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. One of these could be a 1, yeah. Can't quite force a 1 in there either. Okay, so if this was a 6, this would be a 2. This would be an 8. This would be a 7. One of these would be a 7. I guess this would have to be the 7 to make 24. Okay, well, what about this? Let's look at this column. So the full column is 45, and we have 12 outside. Or we have a 21 section here. Minus 21 equals, whoops, minus 21 equals 24. So we have 24 is the total for the unshaded bits. We've already placed a 9, we've already placed a 3. That's 12. We have so this plus this is 12, but this could also be in. Is that possible? If this was a 1, this could be 5, 6. If this is 4, this is 1, 5, 6. Is there a reason why that's not possible? I don't see one. Fortunately, that seems to work just fine. And could this ever be a 6? I guess this can't be a 6. And this, wait. Yeah, this can never be a 6. Because 6 would have to go with 7, which would be 13 already. So this is not a 6. One of these is a 6. Oh, okay, that's something. I'll come to that in a second. But this is either 1, 5, 6. Oh, I think this has to be a 5. If this is a 7, this is a 6, which is too high. This must be a 5. Which means this is not 5. And these are not 5. So now we can subtract 5. So this is either 7 or these two add to 7. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, and I don't need pink. We already finished pink. I don't need that anymore. But the thing I saw, we have 6s up here. So if this is a 6, this needs the digits 1 through 6 in it. But where do we put 6 in yellow? We can't put it in box 6 because of the 6 we just placed. We can't put it in box 5 because of this 6. So this can't be a 6. Or, oh no, that's not true. The length of the yellow is not 6. The length of yellow is not 6. This could be a 6 and have this be a 5. This was 4, 5, 6. That would work just fine, I think. And this would be the 2 for this. So we have 21 in 4 or 5. Okay. Maybe we need to start looking at like the 27 or the 26 clue. Let's look at the 26 clue. That must be at least 4. Let's do dark blue. Um, or let's do dark green. So it's 20. There could be up to 6. Yeah, this coloring is getting a little out of hand, but unfortunately, I don't want to remove dark pink yet because we still need the 4 next to it. I still need to remember about the 4. Actually, skip that. We've got this 6, and we haven't actually looked at light blue again. So this adds up to 32, so this adds up to 13. So these two add up to 10. So this is either 2, 8, or 4-6. Because it can't be 3-7 and it can't be 1-9. This can't be 2, so this can't be 8. This can't be 6. We have a 6 pointing down. So this can't be 4. Okay, that doesn't help as much as I thought it would. I was really excited there for a second, but I don't... Oh, this can't be a 4. This can't be a 4 because we have a 4 up here, as I've said like 15 times. So this is a 2. And now pink is totally done. Which means not a whole lot. This is a 4 or a 5. This is not yellow. So this is a 4 or a 5 to be the key for this. So this is not 6, this is 6. Which puts a 6 in one of those cells. But this could be a 4 and reference both of them, or it could be a 5 and reference this, and the 4 would be here. Okay. What are these cells? 1 and 6? Wait, didn't I just say a 6 had to go here? What? Yeah, I said 6 had to go here, and then I just didn't type the 6 or something? I don't know what happened there. I think I removed the pencil mark 6, that's what happened. I forgot to switch it to the normal mode and just remove the pencil mark, yeah. So this is a 1, this is a 6. Oh, this is a 4, 5, 8. Yeah, this is a 1, this is an 8 now. Which makes this a 1, which makes this an 8, which is going to finish off light green up here. So this is 1, 5, this has to be the 7. And has to go with the 3. So we finish this 3, and then 1, 5, 7 adds up to 13, so this is a 6. This is a 6, this is a 7. We have a 7 over here, actually must be right here. So we have a 7 looking over, 7's looking down. This is not a 7, so this is a 9 now, this is a 7. 9 must be down here, and we have actually 4 9s looking into the box, ruling out everything, but these are the important ones, plus this one. Okay, what else do we have here? This can't be a 2, just remove the pencil mark. These can't be 3s, 6. So this is 4, I guess one of these is a 6, although I don't know if that matters. This is 4, 5, 6, 8. Oops, undo. This is 4, 5, 6, 8. Just for the box. And actually, this has a 6 and an 8 in it. This can't be a 6, so this can't be an 8. Because one of these must be an 8. What's left? Oh, can we figure out something here? This 26 clue is now probably pretty restricted. So we have a 6. Let me get rid of this. I don't like leaving the notepad up if I don't need it at the moment. I guess no matter what, hot or dark pink is satisfied now. Because there's gonna be it's a 4, 5 pair, so there's gonna be a 4 next to it no matter what I do. Unless I do something really bad. So let's look at this. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 6. This can't be a 6. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 2. Oh, there's a 4, 5 pair here. This can't be a 4 or a 5. Okay. So this is a 6, 8 pair. This can't be a 4 either. This can't be a 4. Then this is a 2, 6, or an 8. And it can't be a 6 because of this. Sorry, I just wanted to take a drink real quick. This long of a video is getting my mouth a little dry. Okay, so for this one, let's do dark pink. It must be at least 4, but it could be up to 6. So we don't know about these. So this could be a 6 and have it be the full length, I think. This could be a 4 or 5 and match the other ones. So if this is a 26, let's bring this back up. 26 plus 3 plus 9 would be 12 plus, to be 38, plus even a 5, yeah, so if we, these digits here, or I should say pink plus these digits, is 38, which means we need 7 extra, unshaded. We can only take 4 here, and the only way to make 3 extra is to take 4, 1, and 2 here. So this is 2, this is 4, this is unshaded. This must be the 4 to be the pencil mark here. This must be a 7. Um, this is a 5. This is not a 5. This is a 5. Oh, that's a 5. That's good. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. And actually probably pretty quickly because I think that one's totally done. Can we do anything more here? I don't think so. This has to be a yellow. Didn't mean to delete that. Oh, this must be an 8, and this must be a 6, based on the fact that these add up to 10. So this can't be an 8. So this light blue is done as well. No matter how we arrange the digits, we're going to satisfy light blue. Because we finished the sum outside the grid. Or sorry, outside the clue. 32 plus 3 is 35, plus 10 is 45, yeah. Okay, so we've done, I think, everything except for this 27 clue. Oh, and this 21 clue. We just got the 25, or the 5, so let's look at that. Oh, this must be a 2, because we just arranged that, actually. This is a 6, this is an 8, this is a 2, this is a 4, then. This is a 1, 5, this is a 9, no. This is a 1. And this is 3, 4, 8, and this is not, or this 8 is looking down here. So this is a bunch of 3, 4 pairs looking all around in the middle columns. Okay, so let's look at this. This must be 5 long, which means this must be a 7. That's what I said earlier. This is a 1 or a 7, and it can't be a 7, so this is a 1. Let's just double check this math. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 1 is 21. There we go. Let's look at this column. This must be a, it can't be a 3, 4, so there's 1, 2 left. There's a 2, 1. Let's look at this column. It's 3, 4, 5 left. This must be 5 long. This 27 must be 5 long. I don't know, maybe we could figure it out some other way, but it can't be too long, so it must be 5 long. So 27 plus this is 40, because this is 13, so this is 3, 4. This is 3, 4, 3. And we can take out the green here. Okay, so there's 21 in yellow. 30, 33 in, and we have some amount on the right that's 21. Then we have 12 unshaded, so that's a total of 33. So we need 12 more unshaded, which means we need at least 2 cells, which means this is like this. This is 8, 4, and this is a 4, this is a 5, this is a 3. This is an 8, this is a 5, this is a 5. Got it. I saw that we were nearing 60 minutes. That's why I kind of sped up there at the last, I don't know, couple minutes of the solve. I wanted to make sure I got it in under an hour. Although I guess I started probably like 3 minutes late anyway, explaining the rules and stuff. But let's double check these to make sure we got everything right. Yeah, F-Puzzles doesn't check these clues. It just kind of checks to make sure that you don't have any mistakes. With regards to basic Sudoku, when you do like your kind of more custom variants, yeah, so what's it called? F-Puzzles or any solver that you don't literally code this variant in yourself is not going to recognize it. So anyway, so let's look at this. This 12 is 7 plus, okay. My brain farted there and was like, oh, that adds to something else, not 12. But no, it does add to 12. 5 plus 7 is 12, and we said there were 4, so that's good. This 9 is good because that's an easy one. 2 is a 1 next to it, so that's good. 1, 5, 7 adds to 13, that's good. 6, 2, 3 with a 3 next to it adds to 9, that's good. 5, 1, 4, that's 10. This is 4, so this is 10 plus 11. That's correct. Uh, that's 16 in 2. That's correct. That's, oh, excuse me, the thing I drank was a soda, and now I'm getting a little burpy. Um, this is 26, 11 plus 15 in 4. This is 17, 26, 27 in 5. That's correct. What was this 5 long, I think? This is 14 plus 7 is 21 in 5. That's correct. That's 22 in 3. That's correct. 10, 20, 32 in 6 is correct. Oh, for a second I panicked there, but that 3 is not the indicator. It's this 2 that's the indicator. 4 plus 2 is 6 and 2. That's correct. And 20, 17 plus 3 is 20 plus 2 is 22. That is correct. That was great. I really enjoyed that. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed that puzzle. Thank you for linking me that Kuraban. They actually linked, when I linked them the video of my 6x6 solve. At the end of the 6x6 solve, I said, oh, 9x9 would probably be pretty incredibly difficult. And so they messaged me back and said, hey, I made it a 9x9. If you want to give it a try. And I said, yes, I do want to give it a try because I wanted to melt my brain. This wasn't brain melty, but this was hard. 3 out of 5 might be even a little low. Yeah, yeah, maybe 3 out of 5 is a little low, although I'm not super familiar with X Door Neighbor, so maybe, I don't know. I would say like 3.5 out of 5 difficulty. But that was a lot of fun. So thank you, Kuraban, for that puzzle and for telling me about it. And thank you all for watching.